Week 2 of Trio Cash Cups are officially over, and let me just say, we saw so much stuff go down. We saw some drama. We saw some brand new teams winning. We also get to see potentially the new best team on NA. We have so much to talk about though. Real quick before this video starts, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are trying to hit 80,000 subscribers by the end of October. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. All right, we have to start off this video by going over the back-to-back Trio Cash Cup finals winners on NA of Skittles, Chubbs, and Chimp, getting 575 points in 7 games while being able to win 3 of them. I'm going to talk about some of the controversy that is going around with this team's name real quick, but we have to give them huge credit because they had an average elims of 13.7 while having an average placement of 2.4, which was by far the best of the day on NA. If you look at their actual match history, it was a 9 elimination second, a 17 elimination fourth, 16 elimination win, 16 elimination win, 9 elimination second, 12 elimination 6, and then a 17 elimination win in the very last game to secure the win of the Cash Cup. They needed exactly a 15 elimination win to be able to win, and they ended up with 17. So this team is showing that they do have the clutch factor to be able to pull off big time wins. Let's talk about the controversy with queues though, and as you guys probably know, this isn't like a set lobbies final tournament. It is more of just like an opens with only 198 teams, and you have 10 games that you can play max. And going into like the final 10 minutes of the tournament, Peterbot and Cold literally just were not able to get a final game. They were in like first place, but since they weren't able to get into the very last game, they fell all the way down to 4th, which is exactly what happened to them last week as well. This is also what happened to teams like Clix. So if you're wondering why they're not higher up on the leaderboard, it's just how these tournaments are going to go since they're not set finals lobbies. I'm gonna be honest, half of like the luck part of winning this tournament is just whether or not you get a queue, but it still could be considered like some skill if you're able to like perfectly time up your games and things like that. I'm not gonna get into all that right now though. Second place is Rapid, Pollo, and Boltz on 569 points in 10 games while winning 5 of them. Obviously super good to see Pollo doing well without Peterbot. If we look at his match history, it is a 22 elimination win, 36 elimination win, 16 elimination win, 28 elimination win, and a 14 elimination win. The rest of their games were honestly just mid-game deaths, but literally every single time they made finals, they won the game. This is definitely a top 3, maybe even a top 2 trio in the entire world. I'm going to be dropping my list of the top 10 trios in like 2 days or something like that, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that video. Third place is actually a brand new trio of Batman, Bugha, Yamzo, and Sphinx, getting 530 points in 8 games while winning 2 of them. I honestly do like this trio. We don't get to see Sphinx very much on stream, so seeing just him playing with a streamer team is also a very fun thing to watch. Fourth place though was Cold, Peterbot, and Bugha on 503 points in 8 games while winning 3 of them. They had an average elims of 14.2 and an average placement of 10.5. If we go over their match history, it was a 27 elimination win, a 16 elimination fourth, 29 elimination win, 13 elimination 6, and a 14 elimination win. They were just in like their last 2 games for way too long, and they have to get out sooner. You almost have to play like the queue times perfectly to be able to win this tournament, and they just have not been able to do that the past 2 weeks. 5th place is Sandman, 6th place is Seek, 7th is Dukes, Acorn, and Kanata. 8th is actually another new trio of Bryce, Miro, and Scissor. Really cool to see Miro back in that top 10. You guys all know trios is his game mode, so hopefully he is able to play well in trios going forwards. 9th place is actually an EU team of Pink, Hero, and Thomas HD, getting 441 points in 9 games. And then rounding out the top 10 was Thoric. Some other big name teams we had were obviously like Muzz, Clix, and Rise in 14th place, getting 412 points in 9 games while winning 2 of them. Looking at Clix's match history, it was a 16 elimination second, 19 elimination win, 11 elimination second, and a 20 elimination win in their very last game. This was another team like earlier though I said wasn't able to get in their very last game. There's also some really big controversy on whether or not Vino was stream sniping them, and then there was really like just controversy going all around for a bunch of different people for like Q sniping and things like that. I'm not going to get too far into that because I mean I can't really prove anything right now, so I don't want to just like throw out allegations on people for no reason. 17th was a Vive, Re, and Epic Whale, getting 401 points in 8 games. Another new trio. I'm not 100% sure if these guys are going to stick together or not. It was kind of fun watching a finals lobby get IGL'd by Re, but a 17th place might not be enough for them to stick together. I guess we'll have to see though. That was pretty much all the big name teams. A lot of controversy on NA. Let's move on to EU now though. Now in EU, the Trio Cash Cup finals was won barely, and I mean just barely, by the brand new trio of iDrop, Della, and Marius, getting 505 points in 8 games while being able to win 4 of them. So they literally won half of their games. They had an average elims of 9 and an average placement of 6.6, which was by far the best of the day for EU. They got a 14 elimination win, a 10 elimination win, a 5 elimination 8, 8th, 12 elimination win, 5 elimination 4th, 19 elimination 9th, and a 7 elimination win in their very last game to win the second Trio Cash Cup finals of the season. I'm not gonna lie, this performance really does change everything for the MMM trio of Mongraal, MrSavage, and Marius, because this trio that Marius has now, I'm gonna be honest, it's just simply better than what he had with Mongraal and MrSavage. I'm not a person to say like, oh, you can't take a vacation or anything, but it is especially not a good look when Marius is winning a Cash Cup with a brand new trio while MrSavage and Mongraal are literally just on vacation right now. For a pro of Marius's level, and especially someone who is more on the come up like him, instead of people who are already like established in the community like Mongraal and MrSavage, he wants people that are going to want to grind as hard as him, and he wants people that are going to want to be the best just like him as well. Now, iDrop and Della were originally playing with Trulex, and iDrop actually just won the Duo Cash Cup finals with Trulex. So if you're a Mongraal and MrSavage fan, there is a little bit of hope still that they drop Marius and go back to Trulex, who was their original trio. But I'm not gonna lie, all of that is just looking really unlikely right now. I feel like the only way this trio splits is if Marius really wants to prioritize content over competitive, because it doesn't look like he is going to be able to stream in the trio with iDrop and Della. But I mean, I guess it's basically all up to him right now. We haven't really heard anything from MrSavage or Mongraal themselves. Let's get on to second place though, and it was the team that I actually predicted to win today of Vico, Chap, and Flixie. I think this is a top 3 trio in the world. This is now back-to-back second places in the Trio Cash Cup finals for them. They were able to get 2 wins in 8 games with an average placement of 7.8 and an average elims of 12.5. Going over their match history, it is a 31 elimination second, an 18 elimination win, 16 elimination win, 15 elimination 4th, 11 elimination 8th, and a 3 elimination 4th. Very consistent day for them, and you guys already know how insane that trio is. Third place was Pablo, Hero, and Bevies. 4th was Ping, Malabuka, and Walks. 5th was Ricky. 6th was Fant. 7th, Floki. 8th, Stardust. 9th was actually Chris, Tayson, and Skavi. So very good to see Tayson back into that top 10, especially with a brand new trio of some more underrated players that a lot of people haven't really heard of yet. And then rounding out the top 10 was actually Scroll, Sky, and Refscar. Some other big name teams, and some of them that were a little disappointing today, were teams like Swizzy, Mustache, and Vania in 12th place. These were the winners of last week's Trio Cash Cup finals. I think they like weren't able to get a queue into their very last game or something, which is always going to be a huge problem with tournaments of this format. But Dio, Yanis, and Rezon finished in 21st, getting 336 points in 10 games. Seti, Cammy, and Cherry in 23rd. If you're wondering how Peterbot, Miro, and Rapid did, they finished in 32nd place on EU ping from NA, so just barely missing out on money. And I mean, unfortunately, I have to give this to them again. This is like back-to-back weeks of like the most disappointing performance, and it goes to Queasy, Vino, and Pixie, finishing in 145th place, only getting 136 points in 10 games. I'm pretty sure they had like 10 points in 6 games or something insane like that. If you look at their match history, it is just gross. They got a 1 elimination 31st, 1 elimination 22nd, 0 elimination 27th, 0 elimination 19th, 0 elimination 24th, 3 elimination 24th, 0 elimination 20th. Then they finally got back on track. The only good game they had all tournament, getting a 25 elimination win, then a 0 elimination 21st, and a 4 elimination 17th. I think we all know that this trio is a lot better than their placements have so far been showing in the last 2 finals. I think they finished in like 35th last week. So now going from 35th to 145th, I don't know if a change needs to be made in like the players that are in this, if Vino and Queasy are maybe going to drop Pixie for somebody else. We don't have any official word for them quite yet, but this is one of the like big developing stories as of right now. Let's check out the actual Kinch stats for the EU Cash Cup finals. For damage, like always, it is going to be Vico with 11,438. Eliminations actually Chap on getting 43. So 2 with like the best fighters on the same team. I wouldn't expect nothing less there. Damage ratio was actually a 2.4 from Della. Builds was Flixie. Mats farmed was Shaco's. Distance is also Shaco's. And then the storm time was Talik. Other than that though, that is pretty much all for today's video. Remember, if you guys did enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are trying to hit 80,000 subscribers by the end of October. Use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says to enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDog to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive news. There's definitely going to be a lot of information breaking over the next couple days, so make sure to follow me on my Twitter. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.